I have 5 giveaways for you guys today. What are we giving away today? Because, you know, I mean, let's get the dopamine flowing right away. 3. So the giveaway is 3, 2, 1, right? 3 Blue Sky t-shirts will be given away today. So for those of you that love your merch, we will be giving away those. For the first time ever, 2. I am giving away 2 day trading course packs. These are courses I've put together. I sell on my personal site. 2 strategy courses and 1, the 25 rules of day trading. These sell for, if you were to buy them on my site, they sell for a couple $100 total. And we are giving away 2 of those today. And then our good friends at Blue Sky with the clearest path to a live brokerage account. Let me say those last 3 words again because they're very important today. Live brokerage account. A $200,000 static account. The granddaddy of them all, we are giving away one of those. 3 t-shirts, 2 course packs, 1 200K static eval. Can I get some bells in the chat for that, my friends? You know I love to see those shiny little bells in the chat, so I would love to see some of those today. Out freaking standing, guys. So in approximately 3 minutes, we are going to put up the link to sign up for all these giveaways, and then we'll spin the wheel of names at the end. But in the meantime, guys, we have got to talk about the big picture, okay? So in the markets today, guys, big news pre-market, some inflation-related news. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what the news was. All we care about is that the market reacted to it, pushed us back to the top of this range. 18,000 was a key area for most of the first half of the day. We kept gravitating back towards it. And yes, thank you there, Raj. Raj with the assist at the home office is back in Wahoo, Nebraska today, and we definitely want to get those likes, so like that stream. Anyway, we have now pushed strongly above 18,000. We're up at 18,060, so we almost retraced. Guys, this was a wild day. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. Strong push-up pre-market, gave away the entire move during the markets, and yet ran right back up. And we're going to close Thursday here above 18,000. And we'll see how we are when we reset here in a couple of hours. Now, if we break this down, not on that chart, let's break this down on the 5-minute chart. You can see, again, it looks like this is when the market's open because that's when the big news popped up. But we really opened 8:30 Central Time. Nope, I didn't want that. All of these drawing tools. Okay, we need a vertical line. Thank you. Right there. So that was 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern when the sort of normal market session opened. And you could see we gave up the entire move, made it all the way down to the -1 standard deviation band after opening above the +1 standard deviation band. And then we just sort of gravitated higher after this. Just sort of, strong push up here, nice little V pattern. This is actually a little bit of a head and shoulders, right? You know, it's a little big for a head and shoulders pattern for me to play. But guys, this is textbook, right? Or if you want to get rid of this and you just want to trade a cup and handle pattern, for those Bill O'Neill fans out there, right? Just a nice classic. There's a lot of opportunities today, guys. A lot of different strategies. My trades were a little down this week overall. I mean, in terms of number. We're getting near the end of the month. Actually, on Monday's show, I'll review my trading journal from February and show you guys some of the trends I'm noticing so far in my own trading and hopefully give you an opportunity to understand how to evaluate your trading as well. Yeah, Mike, you're right. It is going to be an interesting Friday. And as Mike, comments there, this is an interactive show, guys. So those of you in the YouTube chat, you have the opportunity. First of all, to all who watch later on, knowing you can't participate in some of these giveaways, huge props to you. You guys are making us part of your routine. I actually got an email from somebody a couple days ago saying, I can't watch your show till about 8 o'clock at night, but it's one of the last things I do before I close everything down for the night. So Peter, I really appreciate that email. And also, for all of you that are here, ask your questions, guys. That's what we're here to do, right? So let's take a look at the ES. Very similar pattern today, but we are now flirting with that 5,100 level, so another major 100 level on the ES. So let's see if we open back up above that, but I agree with Mike. It's going to be a very interesting Friday. The last 3 days just haven't had a lot of opportunities for trading, right? It's just kind of been a slow grind up, slow grind down, not a ton of opportunities, but boy, today was... Today was interesting. All right, guys, I do want to talk about our lesson of the day today, and we're sort of integrating this with another thing that's going on. Today closed out our Blue Sky February competition. Okay, so I think these numbers are not final, and yet we still have today, so we still got to work out maybe if somebody took a Hail Mary. Love to see this, guys. I just want to put it out, though. You started with $100,000. If you just kept your account above that $100,000, you were staying in the top 20, right? So for those of you that finished below the $100,000, feel free to jump into whenever the next month's competition is and just see. Don't worry about competing with everybody else. Try to compete with yourself and see if you can get above that $100,000 level and stay there. But assuming these results hold up, D of Fayetteville, United States, congratulations. I think you pretty much owned the leaderboard for the long time of this competition. I will definitely have the Blue Sky gentleman reach out to you and see if we can get you on the show. I'd love to have an interview with you and just talk about your trading and talk about some of your strategies that you did through this. So D, if you're watching, I really appreciate it if you come on. But regardless of that, congratulations, man, and especially to all of you in the top 10. However the top 10 shakes out. Congratulations. Seriously, this is guys, if you're new to trading and you traded this account for, I see, various numbers up here, but let's say you traded for 15, 16 days. Guys, if you're new and you just finished in the green, that's a hell of an accomplishment, okay? I know this is a competition. Everyone should strive to finish as high as they can. Absolutely, okay? But early on in your trading career, guys, it's definitely great to acknowledge when you have small victories. And if you kept this account, if you traded this account actively and you kept it above the threshold level, above the 100,000, hats off to you. That's something worth celebrating. Take a little time tonight, pour yourself an extra beverage, adult beverage if you're over 21, and yeah, just really kind of appreciate that. So, guys. Oh, the link is posted. So for those that got here a couple minutes late, make sure you sign up for the link. We have 5 giveaways today, 3 T-shirts, 2 course packs from me, 1 eval, and a partridge in a pear tree. Hey, we're not giving you a bird, so you'll just have to settle for one of the other 5 things. But a lot of winning to be done today, and hopefully we get there. So let me go ahead and see just a second here, guys. Yeah, so I want to just talk. Let's see. Where I love seeing these leaderboards with names all over the world, guys. United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Poland, Israel, Australia. Man, we got people all over the place. This is great. Out freaking standing, guys. So again, I don't know what their plans are for next month, but I would stay tuned if I were you guys, and stay tuned in the Discord, and we'll definitely be looking to follow up with you guys. So with that, guys, it is Thursday, and as I said, it is the end of a month. So guys, let me open this up to any questions that you may have here in the YouTube. Guys, first of all, I want to compliment you guys that have been here the last couple of days, right? We didn't do any announced giveaways the last couple of days, and yet a lot of people showed up. Our numbers consistently go up, and people were asking questions. I love that. So this is an opportunity, to definitely ask any questions you may have. If you have any charting related questions, we can look into that. Let's pull the NQ back up here, because this was what I was looking at for most of the day. Boy, a really good VWAP based day today, guys, right? So this is the VWAP, volume weighted average price. This is the +2 standard dev, +1, -1, -2. Guys, I really encourage you to check out, even if maybe VWAP is not for you in terms of trading, right? It's really helpful to see kind of direction of moves, velocity of moves, when the price action is up in, as we call them, these fast lanes here, or just within this sort of the bell curve, right? If we're to sort of draw this sideways, for those that don't understand statistics and probability, I do recommend at least maybe doing a basics on that on Investopedia. What's the most important thing for you in trading? To be consistently in the game for life. I've always kind of said this, guys. I credit Josh here at Blue Sky, who has probably put this into the best words that I've ever, use your words, as they used to tell us in what, like, pre-kindergarten and stuff like that. He says in reality, we're in the risk management business. We call it trading, right? We call it day trading, or we call it whatever we want to call it. But in reality, we're in the risk management business. Those of us, what's the most important thing to be consistently in the trading game for life? Don't take big losses, right? Now, yes, sometimes things are going to get a little away from you, and you can't win if you're not prepared to risk capital, right? Which will inevitably lead to some losses. But guys, last year, I just upped my position size for this year pretty consistently to 3 minis when I'm trading an index, right? So the ES, the NQ, etc. Last year it was mostly 2. So again, guys, I do very well in this game and make a pretty good amount of money. And my position size is not 5 minis, 10 minis, 20 minis. It'll be there someday because I want to be in this game for a long time, and I need to continuously build up the account to do that. So, catch up with me in 5 years. I'll probably be trading 5 to 7 to 8 minis, but right now it's 3. But last year it was for about a 3-year period, it was pretty consistently 2. I can count on both my hands, I don't need my feet, to talk about the number of $1,000 plus losses I had last year. Guys, some of you, no offense to anyone this affects, but some of you probably had multiple $1,000 losers in evals today, okay? That's just a sizing issue. So I took very long to build up in my sizing. I don't take huge losses. It just doesn't happen. I don't allow myself to sit there and take big losses. Does that occasionally mean I get out of a trade that then would have flipped around and been a big winner? Yeah. You know what that's called? Trading. If you can't handle that, this isn't the game for you. So yes, absolutely not taking big losses, understanding position size and risk. Those are vital. Guys, honestly, if you're brand new, okay, and sizing and everything is a problem for you, go into a sim account, right, and take 2 or 3 minis of whatever, right, and just watch the P&L. Okay, don't do this in a real account or an eval account. Make sure it's a sim account, and just watch the money move and really comprehend that, guys. You can make or lose $500 in the NQ in literally 5 seconds if things go a certain way and your position size is too high. Okay, so really, we never fear the markets, but we have to respect the markets and respect what they can give us and what they can take away from us. Again, I hesitate, as I've said on the show before, to anthropomorphize the markets. It's just a collection. The market is no more than a collection of the traders acting within it, right? Whether they're acting via their orders, HFTs, all that kind of stuff. So the ability to not take big losses is absolutely huge. What is your trigger to jump in a trade? Asks Mike with a Y. Well, Mike, it depends on my setup. I rarely just click a button and mark it into a trade. I do sometimes, but not often. Most of the time, I do a stop market order to get into my trade. So if I'm looking, for example, just to overly simplify, if I'm looking for a breakout trade, and I have a couple of different trades that would qualify in that, and let's say there's a range that ends at 18,000, I'll put my order up, a stop order at, say, 1805. I would never actually enter a trade that close to 18,000, but you understand the point I'm trying to make. And so I will then, it's a stop market order. So as soon as the stop is hit, it turns into a market order and fills me at the best available price at that particular point. But most times, I will not just mark it into an order. So again, guys, it really depends quite a bit on specifically what I'm looking for, but I do have a set trigger for every trading setup and every playbook that I have. There's no guesswork on it, okay? Are there certain adjustments that may need to be made occasionally? Sure, but there's no guesswork involved. By letting us trade with your capital, how do you guys make money? Miriam, I'm going to kind of refer that to the Blue Sky guys. But again, keep in mind what the Blue Sky guys want to do and what's set up. They eventually want you in a live brokerage account, and they want you trading profitably and trading consistently. Because when you pull money out of the live brokerage account, they get a small percentage, right? That's what they want for you. It's one of the few situations, guys, the business is aligned. You want to be in a live brokerage account and making money and not have any BS when you try to pull money out of there. They want the exact same thing. right? They're a business. They're trying to make money. Nothing wrong with that. This is America. This is capitalism. We're happy to do that. But that's what they want for you, and that's what you want. So the interests align. It can be a very healthy business relationship when viewed in that way. I don't have many business interests outside of trading and all that, but occasionally, a friend will approach me with an opportunity for something, this and that, and I'm okay at least listening, but my interests need to align with that person's interests, right? Do you think too much coffee makes a bad trader? So, Mike, true story. When I first kind of started getting better at trading, I kept a trading journal, which every trader should do, something like TraderSync, TradeZella, TraderView, whatever the case may be, a trading journal that helps you track how you're doing. But I also kept what I called a trading diary, right, which is I would write down every part of my life. I would write down how much caffeine I would take in the morning. I don't really drink a whole lot during the week, but if I had a couple of alcoholic drinks in an evening, I would write that down. I was trying to see, is there any sort of correlation in the performance? I can tell you I cut down from 4 cups of coffee a day to 2. I know I'm no more than 2 now. Partially that was just because my doctor told me you're drinking too much caffeine, but that's something to monitor. If you're a little jittery or you're a little too, when you sit down at your computer, you should not be like bored or tired, and you shouldn't be overly excited. You should just be, I'm ready now. Like, you should be very, very even keel. And if a certain amount of caffeine gets you where you're, I gotta find the trade. I gotta find the trade, man. Like, there's gotta be a trade here. There's gotta be a trade. Then you may want to cut back. But that's, again, keep track of all that and maybe vary it. Do 1 cup of coffee in the morning for a month, then do 2 and see how does it affect anything. That's, I hate to hunt and peck too much for little things like that, but if it keeps you out of 1 or 2 bad trades a month, it saves you a ton of money. How do you evaluate yourself? By height. No, I'm sorry, there's a Caddyshack joke there. But no, how do I evaluate myself mentally? Honestly, at this point, it's results-based for me. And I'm looking at day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, and how much I'm making, because I'm so in tune with my process. That doesn't mean I don't have bad days, red days, red trades. No, it happens quite a bit, right? But I trust my process enough that for me, I can tell how I'm doing just by the P&L. For a newer trader, that might not be the case. Okay, I've worked with traders over time that maybe the definition of success is going from consistently losing money to just not losing money, period, even if they're not making money yet. So it's tough to say how should you evaluate yourself early in your career, because honestly, if you're just continuously learning, continuously evaluating your process, right, building out playbooks and testing them and journaling the results, right, that's it. That's all you need to, all you need to eventually be successful, and then just don't blow a ton of money and a ton of evals in the meantime. Okay, let's see. Can you explain ICT liquidity zones? I'm not an ICT trader. I know there's people that swear by it. There's people that swear against it. And guys, I'm a VWAP trader, right? Like, I do a lot of stuff that's VWAP based. There's people that'll swear by VWAP, and there's people that'll swear against it. Honestly, guys, the old saying, there's so many old sayings of the markets are true because the markets have been around long enough that they even the way we access them has changed, but the markets themselves have changed very little in 150 years, right? There's a million ways to make money in the markets. They're all just hard to find and even harder to master, right? So you just got to keep at it and keep plugging along. Well, James, can I explain the details of VWAP setups? Well, it takes some time to go through all that I can't really do in a 30-minute show. There's a lot of the basics you can learn for free. I will tell you, make sure you enter, because I have a VWAP-based trading course where I teach a couple of my setups that is part of the trading pack, the course pack. It's a 3-course pack, about 2.5 hours to 3 hours total of stuff that we're giving away today, in addition to some of the Blue Sky stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm giving you the 5-minute warning to make sure you sign up. So for those that came in a little late, again, we're giving away 3 T-shirts, 2 course packs, and an eval. The new static eval. The link, as you can see, well, actually, let me pull this up a little further, is stickied right there at the top of the chat. So you just go ahead and follow through there, and we'll. The giveaway results are going to be live here, Shiva, in just about 6 or 7 minutes. I'm going to spin the wheel of names. So yeah. Oh, also, guys, this is the last day, if I'm not mistaken, for for the leap year flash sale. I don't believe this has expired. Somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but today it should be the last day for this. This should expire tonight. $99 for all standard accounts, right? So a great opportunity to get you on out there and trading. How to enter the drawing, Hurst. Click on the Gleam link. Expires at midnight. Great. Okay, so a great opportunity there. So, guys, before we get into any questions and anything like that, I do want to put this up there because I will forget later. If you have any questions you want to see answered on the show, if you want to reach out to me for any reason whatsoever, Trader Matt is my Discord name. I will never direct message you, but if you message me first, I'm happy to respond. And my email is matt@tiresiastrading.com. That's TIRESIAS trading.com. So, so let's bring it back in here. I'll take a couple more questions. We're going to do the drawing in about 4 or 5 minutes here, guys. Really looking forward to it. This is the most we've ever given away on the show. It's probably, yeah. How do you backtest your strategy, Mike? That's a great question. So there's a lot of backtesting software out there, a lot of programs that can do that. For me, I used to have a guy that did a lot of that for me when I worked at TradeStation, but it was now I do a little back testing, but I do a lot of like live and forward testing, right? So let's say tonight I'm laying down and I'm like, I have an idea for a setup, right? Oh man, this sounds great. I wonder if if I did this and this with this indicator here and this indicator here, and so I'll build the playbook, and then I'm just going to observe for a while, guys. I may do this for 3 months. The RTT setup that is one that I use daily now. I just developed that about 18 months ago. It's a very simple pattern-based strategy, but I watched it for about 3 months, and then I sim traded it for about 5 months, guys. So that's 8 months of work put in on a setup before I spent a real dollar on it. And even then, it was a very, very small. I literally started with 1 micro and built up on position size for that. So I'm more of a fan of forward testing, and I have the patience to do something like that. Yes, you can go. I can come up with a strategy and we can back test it 10 years, and that can be helpful. Don't get me wrong. That if you have the means and the expertise to do that, you absolutely should do that. But I would also argue 10 years ago, market conditions were a lot different than they are now. The market seems to accelerate its movement and accelerate the type of days that we see on almost a year-by-year basis now. I remember somebody telling me when I first got into this, it says it'll take you 3 or 4 years in the business to see every kind of thing in the market and every kind of day in the market. And he was right, but I would argue now you can get that in a year. Just look at the types of days we've had so far in 2024. Big up days, big down days, whole series of days like Monday through Wednesday where not a lot happened, days where there was a lot of movement that made sense, days there was a lot of movement where we stalled out at odd areas. Like we've seen a lot this year. It's a great opportunity to, guys, and that's why, guys, if you don't know what you're doing in the markets, don't throw money at the situation. Just sit and watch. Take a couple days and just watch the price action and see if that generates any ideas and any particular thing that you gravitate towards in terms of indicators or strategies, etc. Well, Mike, I would argue they're both good habits. Backtesting is a great habit too. I just don't have a lot of the technical expertise to do some of that type of stuff. And guys, again, I am so, people always, how do you, okay, you taught me your setup. How do I have confidence to trade it? Well, you don't when you first trade it. It takes time. So by the time I put real money into something, I usually have at least 6 months of experience with it. So there is equity there, literally and figuratively. There is confidence there. If I test something for say 8 months and I have a winning, let's say it produces 500 trades and it's a winning percentage of 55%, and then I put real money in it and my first 3 trades are losers, I'm not just going to give up, right? I know that at least in theory, the probabilities are on my side. Now, that being said, I'm always learning new things about the markets. I'm always developing new strategies. Probably 2/3 of the strategies I sit down to develop never see the light of day. They get tossed out long before it's time for a live trade. But it's that 1 or 2 new setups that I come up with I won't even say every year, really about every 18 months to 2 years that keep me going. And then, whatever my least profitable strategy is, if it starts sucking, it gets thrown out or shelved for an indefinite period of time. It's a constant process, guys. And that's the thing in this business, guys. And listen, I understand. There's a lot of internet. It's not coming from me, and it's not coming from Blue Sky, but there's a lot of internet marketing out there that makes you think you can get really good at this in 2 or 3 weeks, and you'll be making millions. Okay, and don't get me wrong. I would love for you to be making that much money very, very quickly in the markets. But guys, I don't care if it takes you 3 months. I don't care if it takes you 3 years. You have to put in the work. Okay, there is no there is no compromise with that. Again, everyone's path is different. It doesn't mean you can't see some profits early on in your trading, but you have to put in the time. You have to put in the energy, effort. You have to put in the work. End of discussion. That's all I got to say about that. Would make it easier to execute the strategy when you forward test, and and again, you know, the even the most advanced back testing we as retail traders have access to pales in comparison to what the big boys are running. So, you know, I don't want to go up against them. Trader Matt is not my Twitter handle. I don't do much on Twitter, to be honest with you. I don't do much on social media. I probably should. If I hired like a PR person, they'd probably really be upset with me because I just don't do a lot on social media. I've done it over the years. I just don't find, like, why, you know. It's maybe it'd bring me a little more business on a personal scale, but I'm happy. I'm good with where I'm at, right? All right, guys. So signups are now closed. Hold on. Let me just pull this up and get this set up, and then I'll pull the screen share up. And we will go. So again, guys, we have 5 giveaways today. Our first 3 spins of the wheel are going to be for a Blue Sky t-shirt. We got the merch giveaway, okay? Get these loaded. It's going to take a minute to load. So we'll spin the wheel 3 times for t-shirts. Then we will spin the wheel 2 times for a course pack. You'll get a course pack from me. Blue Sky will get me your email, and I will reach out to you tonight. I'll reach out to you tonight, and we'll get you all set up with, it's 3 different courses, a couple strategy courses, so hopefully you get something out of that. In fact, the VWAP stuff and the RTT stuff I just talked about are part of that. And then the final spin is going to be for a Blue Sky static account. All right, let's pull up ours. First of all, I don't want to miss any questions here. Yes, the account is the $200,000 static account. All right. Okay, guys. So we have 5 spins of the wheel. Here is number 1. Musin Jabru. I'm not gonna butcher your name, sir. So congratulations. That is a t-shirt. All right, second spin, also for a Blue Sky t-shirt sent to your door. If you live in Florida, Josh will hand deliver it. IKG. Congratulations, sir or ma'am. You have won a Blue Sky t-shirt. Let's spin the wheel one more time for one more t-shirt. Kylie V. Congratulations, Kylie. You have won a Blue Sky t-shirt. All right, so we have given away our 3 t-shirts. So there will be 3 more spins of the wheel. The next 2 will be from day trading course packs available from me. So you get a little extra education from me. So again, I will reach out to you sometime in the next few hours. So here is the first spin for a course pack. Andrew Ryan. Andrew, congratulations. Look forward to working with you. Again, I will reach out to you later on this evening. Okay. Second spin for another course pack. And Manuel Pena, or I guess Pena, because there's not an N-A above the N, but, you know, it's been a long time since I had pronunciation with that. So congratulations. You have won a course pack. All right, so here is the main event, guys. This is for a 1-month comped of the $200,000 static drawdown account, the brand new one that Blue Sky just unveiled a couple weeks ago. Here is the spin for that. Tazim Gaja. Congratulations, Tazim. So you are our winner for that. 5 spins of the wheel. That takes some time, guys. But thank you for being a part of Giveaway Thursday. So as you notice, guys, these Giveaway Thursdays keep getting a little bigger and bigger. We seem to have more things to give away. The Blue Sky guys threatened me. They said, make sure you give away stuff, and we're not going to be the only one giving away crap today. And Josh threatened to show up in my house and slap me around. No, I'm kidding. Always happy to bring new people into the fold. So congratulations to our 5 winners today. Whether you get a t-shirt, you get a course pack, you get an account, hey, you won something today. And if you finish green today, guys, you won something. If you finished red but you learned something today, you won Thursday. So congratulations. So that does it for another week, guys, of Beyond the Bell, because we don't do a show on Fridays. You don't want to watch a show on Fridays, and I don't want to really be here at 4 o'clock on a Friday, right? Usually by then, if the weather's decent, I'm out on my patio with my feet propped up. So we'll go from there. Yeah, Mike, always glad to see you. For those names that I see her every day, I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching another week of Beyond the Bell. I will see you back on Monday. Goodbye, guys.